and welcome to Scott's Inverts. I'm Scott. These are the inverts. We have a golden orb weaver, so these orb weavers will get to about the same size as my hand, and they're absolutely stunning. They're an Ophelia genus, but the actual species from the spider shop is actually unknown at the moment. So if you do recognise this one, let me know what species it is down in the comments. That'd be absolutely amazing. We'll probably find out more when she becomes more of an adult and gets more of those colours coming through. But there are YouTubers out there that will let these go free roaming in their houses. Absolutely amazing, fantastic. But for the rest of us, we can't do that because we can't have a non-native species free roaming in the house. One, what happens if it got out into the outside world and dropped an egg sac because it's wild caught? What happens if it went ronding into the front room where we keep our children or got friends around, stuff like that? So this got my brain literally on overdrive. And in the past, what we've done is we've used stick insect enclosures and put them inside those, which is like a big massive enclosure. And I thought, well, I really want something to go along the same lines as what we've got going on the shelves. So the Nano Breeze is what we're going to be using in today's video. So here's the Nano Breeze in its box. We bought this from Phil's show, and we got it for £35 from Eli Exotics. They tend to sit around 30 to 40 quid, which is not too bad a price for a little enclosure. So we're going to open the box and show you guys exactly what you get inside. Now, the actual mesh sides, it's all aluminium fitting, so hopefully it will last a long time, and then painted on top. But this is what you get inside the actual box it comes in. So it's like a self-build kit, which really made it for me, really. I really did enjoy putting this one together, actually building it. But that front piece there, that is Perspex with the sticky tape over both sides of it to keep it in absolute pristine condition. But this is how you get it, just the sides, screws, and away you go. And trust me, that is the front bottom piece of the enclosure. It actually lifts up. I'll show you that in a couple of seconds. But these are absolutely awesome. And if I can put it together, so can you. Absolutely easy peasy. So here it is, full mesh sides, back, top, and that bit at the front. Again, that front door is actually Perspex, and this is where we can just pop open the very base and access the substrate if needed. With the spiders, what I'm doing, I don't think I'm going to be using that door very often, but the option's already there. Took all that plastic stuff off the door just to show you right now how clear that is and how easy it is to open. But that is the area that we've got to play with. So this substrate now is literally Irish peat moss with a little bit of cocoa fibre. Again, the orb weaver isn't really going to make use of any of this substrate. It's in there just purely for aesthetic reasons and to help again with that humidity. So we have filled it about halfway to 3/4 of the way up that front door with substrate, and we're all ready to go. Absolutely awesome stuff. So a bit of decor here. Whether the spider will actually web onto this or not is probably a different question. But when I looked at that, I thought, you know what? Instead of just having the web and a spider in there, we'll put a little bit of decor in there just to make it pretty and look good for the other half as well as. So that piece of decor has gone in there in the top right hand corner. We're just repositioning it so you got the best side, if you like, facing you. Now these orb weavers are stunning spiders. They tend to make the web and stay on the web. They do not come off them very often at all. So again, with that humidity, we're just dampening down that substrate. So hopefully it will release that water over the next couple of days, and then I'll go back in and spray it again. Nice big deep water dish. Again, this is going to release humidity over the course of probably about a week before this actual water dish dries out, but it's really going to aid our spider. But what we also want to be doing is spraying the actual web as well once a week, so the spider can go over and have a drink. Super slow-mo of the water pistol there, and I actually shot some through the mesh of the enclosure there onto my worktop. But you know, these things happen when you're spidering. But yeah, absolutely awesome. Top up the water dish all the way, and then hopefully it will last a lot longer. Now this enclosure is about ready to accept our spider. There's a full kind of swoop of what we got going on, absolutely perfect. Don't need a lot of decor or anything like that. These spiders literally go anywhere and everywhere. Now this one was picked up from the AES show. Luke told me that these were for sale for about 12 quid, so I literally PayPal'd him and he picked one up and brought it back to Coventry with him. So I can't thank Luke from Spar Spiders enough for doing that. And just look at those legs, absolutely stunning. This spider will get quite a lot bigger than what it is at the moment, so update videos, remember to keep your eye out for those. And those silver bits on the abdomen are just absolutely beautiful. You can see why it's kind of labelled Nephilia species, because these guys can undergo some colour changes as they get bigger and bigger, and 9 times out of 10 it's only when they're an adult we can actually correctly identify them. But if you have had one of this size and you know the species perfectly, again, let me know down in the comments. But this video does cover any of the orb weavers as such. Absolutely awesome. And the orb weavers kind of just chilling out there, relaxing, and we're just trying to get it off and onto the substrate or into its new enclosure. Come on, girl, you are stunningly beautiful. But you do need to move. Oh, come on, come on. A tiny tab, off she goes. Now the males are exceptionally small, and they literally crawl up on top of the female's back and stay there, and then they start to pair. That's how you tell the difference between male and female. It's highly unlikely you'll ever get your hands on a male because they're so small. And that is the enclosure. The spider's there, top left. Look at her, absolutely gorgeous. That black and yellow on her joints, stunning. And after a couple of hours, she'd done that webbing. Hope you could see that with the camera. And there's a full sweep of the enclosure with the spider up at the top right. Look, all that webbing. This is like probably about 2 days afterwards. Take the flash off and you can see the webbing there even more. So it's webbed up from one side of the enclosure all the way to the other, and that's absolutely perfect. And we're shutting that door, and this is how it locks. Just that slides down, so easy. Boom! So orb weaver in a Nano Breeze, tick, done. Just remember that substrate in the bottom is purely just to help with humidity for this species, and especially with that water dish as well, just to help keep that humidity up in that local area, especially with so much ventilation going on in there as well. But as for keeping other spiders that use substrate, I don't know. I have some ideas coming out in the future, and you certainly see those on this channel. So if you're not subscribed, remember to hit that subscription button for me. And if you like what we're doing, drop this video a like, as well as we have the Brighton show coming up very soon. I'm going to be in attendance. I'm actually getting a lift down with Mark the Spider Guy. If you don't know who Mark the Spider Guy is, go down to the very bottom of the description and there's a list of people that I follow right down there, and Mark is one of them. Click Mark the Spider Guy, pop over, give him a subscription. Anyway guys, thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate your time, and as always, we shall see you again on the next one.